December 13th, 2001, a group of terrorists tried to hit the very heart of the world's biggest democracy. For 40 minutes, just 40 minutes, the Indian parliament was under siege. So what we're going to do in this explainer is break down exactly what went down. The clever plan they had, the one critical mistake that blew it all up, the incredible heroes who fought back, and, of course, the conspiracy behind the whole thing. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so let's set the scene. It's a cold winter morning, the date is December 13th, 2001, and the time is right around 11:40 a.m. Now, Parliament was in session, but things had just been adjourned maybe 20 minutes earlier. The grounds, which are usually buzzing with people, were about to turn into a literal battlefield.
And you have to understand, the stakes here were absolutely massive. We're talking over 200 members of parliament and key government ministers inside the building. People like L.K. Advani, Sushma Swaraj, and Arun Jaitley. The terrorists' main weapon was a car loaded with 30 kilograms of explosives. I mean, just think about it. If that bomb had gone off, the result would have been catastrophic.
So the big question is, how did they even get inside one of the most secure buildings in the entire country? Well, the first part of their plan was all about deception, a really clever trick to get them past the initial security.
Their disguise was pretty convincing. They rolled up in a white ambassador car, the classic vehicle for Indian officials back then. To sell the whole look, they had a red beacon light on the roof, a fake Ministry of Home Affairs security sticker they literally just downloaded from the internet, and they were all dressed in fake security uniforms. And, believe it or not, this was good enough to get them right through the first main entrance, Gate 1.
Their initial plan, on paper, was designed for maximum damage. Step 1, they'd park the car bomb right near Gate 1, the main entrance. Step 2, they'd blow it up, creating a huge explosion to cause absolute panic and draw all the security away. And then, Step 3, while everyone was distracted, they'd slip inside the parliament building and go after the MPs, maybe even take some hostage.
But here's the thing, that whole devastating plan depended on everything going perfectly. And under pressure, when security guards started to notice their car speeding and began to challenge them, the driver made one single fatal mistake. And this, right here, was the turning point. The plan was to go right toward Gate 1. But in the heat of the moment, they took a wrong turn. They went left, heading toward Gate 11. Now that was the vice president's exit, and his convoy was parked there just waiting. That one wrong turn would completely unravel their entire mission.
So, with their original plan totally wrecked, the attack just turned into a messy, chaotic firefight. But what the terrorists didn't plan for was the unbelievable courage of the security forces who were on the ground that day. The very first line of defense was a CRPF constable named Kamlesh Kumari. She was up in a watchtower, and she was the first to realize something was seriously wrong with that speeding ambassador. As it all started to go down, she grabbed her walkie-talkie and sent out the first alert that the parliament was under attack. That single act triggered the lockdown of every gate in the complex.
Now, because of that wrong turn, the panicked driver tried to reverse the car, but ended up slamming it right into one of the vice president's convoy vehicles. And then, in what you can only call a stroke of unbelievable fortune, the crash was so hard it actually jolted the 30-kilo bomb in the car and dislodged its wiring. Just like that, the bomb was useless. It was disabled. So, Plan A, the big bomb, is a total failure. The 5 terrorists jump out of the car and immediately go to Plan B, just brute force. They started spraying bullets from their automatic weapons in every direction, turning the peaceful parliament grounds into a war zone. Security staff, other personnel, even a gardener were all caught in the crossfire. Amidst all of that chaos, the actions of one man were just incredible. I want you to look at this number. 3. This is how many of the terrorists he managed to neutralize. That's right, alone. CRPF Constable Santosh Kumar single-handedly took down 3 of the 5 attackers. And get this, it was his very first posting. He used cover brilliantly, chased the terrorists as they ran, and just took them out one by one. His bravery was absolutely key in stopping their rampage. But he was far from the only hero that day. Kamlesh Kumari, after she raised that first alarm, was shot. But even with her injuries, she kept reporting the terrorist movements on her radio until she was tragically killed. J.P. Yadav was one of the first guards to challenge the car, and he was martyred right there in the initial confrontation. You had Constable Sukhwinder Singh and Y.B. Thapa, who took down the group's leader, and Constable Shanveer Singh, who got the very last attacker near Gate 5, the Prime Minister's entrance. Okay, so all 5 attackers are dead.
The 40-minute siege is finally over. But now, the questions are just getting started. Who were these guys? Who sent them? And why? And the investigation began with a really crucial tip.
You won't believe where the first lead came from. As the news channels were showing live footage of the attack, a car dealer in Delhi named Harpal Singh was watching, and he just froze. He recognized the white ambassador. He realized he'd sold that exact car to the terrorists who'd used fake IDs. He immediately grabbed all the paperwork and took it straight to the police, giving them their very first break in the case.
And that one tip cracked the whole thing open, leading investigators to a conspiracy that actually started 2 years earlier. See, back in 1999, the flight IC-814 was hijacked. To save the passengers, the Indian government had to release a terrorist named Masood Azhar. Just a month after he was freed, Azhar formed his own terror group, Jaish-e-Mohammed, and it was this group that was directly behind the 2001 Parliament attack.
So when the police put all the pieces together, a clear chain of command emerged. At the very top, you had Masood Azhar. His commander in Kashmir, Ghazi Baba, gave the job to a guy named Afzal Guru for the on-the-ground planning. Guru was basically the local mastermind. He's the one who brought the 5 terrorists to Delhi, found them a place to stay, and got help from his cousin Shaukat and a university professor named Sar Gilani. So, the attack was stopped, but it left some deep scars on the nation. It completely changed the country's security and brought 2 nuclear-armed neighbors, India and Pakistan, right to the brink of war. Let's look at the human cost. In total, 9 people on the Indian side lost their lives. That includes security forces and a civilian gardener. Another 18 people were injured. On the other side, all 5 of the terrorists were killed during that 40-minute gunfight.
And what about the man who handled the logistics? Well, the wheels of justice did turn. After a really long legal battle, the local mastermind Afzal Guru was convicted for his role in the whole conspiracy. He was executed on February 9, 2013.
Someone reflecting on the attack once made a really powerful point when talking about the sacrifices made that day. He said, "These are heroes, those are actors." It's just a simple, poignant reminder of the huge difference between movie heroes and real-life heroes. A pretty fitting tribute, I think, to the 9 souls who laid down their lives defending the heart of their democracy. And it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What does their sacrifice teach us about the real price of freedom?